Vier kitchen here with Chef Viviane. Today I will be taking you through how we do our mise en place here in our kitchen. So I have a lot of ingredients here to demonstrate how you can do mise en place, that is preparation before service, especially for this season of Christmas and the season of this festival season. So sometimes people have the problem of how to prepare some dish in advance, or preparing for a ceremony or for an occasion, or somebody or people coming over to your house for for a dinner. So you can make a little bit of prayer in advance so that it will be easy for you when the people are there in your house to be able to serve them delicious meal fast enough. So I have a lot of a few ingredients here to demonstrate. So like now I have here this kind of how do you call it, um what do you call it, coal we call it. So this is cabbage, green cabbage. Yes. So this cabbage I will be removing the hard part of the cabbage, and I'm going to blanch, that is just like cooking it like 2 minutes in water, so that it will get a little bit of soft texture. But it's not the aim of cooking it entirely, it's just to, we call it blanching, that is just blanching it a little bit so that it will be ready, that you can then bake or fry or even toast them. So now I'm just going to slice this cabbage in two, this green cabbage in two, you see. So I'm not going to do much about the cabbage. So I'm just removing the core of the cabbage, that is the hard part of the cabbage. So you see it here. So I'll try and remove this one also. So because I'm going to use it for something like a sheet around a meal. So I'll remove it this way, you see it. So this is all. I will check if there is a very hard sticker here like this. I will also remove it. So now you see it's not too much hard anymore. So I'll just remove only the hard part of it. So now you can see it's beautiful. So I'm going to just give it a little bit of rinse, and then I'll be blanching them. So here you also have that hard here. So I'm removing it also. So I'll be blanching them, and they will get a little bit of a soft texture. So I'm going inward also to just remove that hard, part of the cabbage. So I have here also, but if it's going really inside the cabbage, it's not hard. When you blanch it a little bit, it will become soft. So you don't need to be worried about that. It's only the outer part of the cabbage that is sometimes too tough or too hard.
There's Cassandra. Blessings from Rainer, Oregon. What are you making, dear?
Oh, I am preparing for service. So I am preparing a green cabbage. I'll be preparing different types of mise en place. We call it preparation before service. And here I have this green cabbage. So I'm going to blanch the cabbage a little bit to give it a softer texture. And I'm going to toast the cabbage. So I'll be toasting the cabbage later. So the cabbage will be almost ready for service. So I'm just like going to blanch it for a few minutes, like let me say 2 minutes or about. I will check it to see how long I will blanch it. So I'm preparing it. So I have other ingredients here also, like apples, and you know, I'm going to make also some Belgian waffles, all just making some preparation for service here, because we serve it here in our little restaurant. When diners come, we make a little bit of prayer before service. So that is what this is all about today. So I'm going to clean a little bit here, and I'll be back. So greetings, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining here with Chef Viviane from Klavertje Vier Kitchen. Let us know where you are joining us from. Thank you everyone.
Yes, from Oregon.
Okay, thank
From
you for
Rainer,
joining
Oregon.
from Oregon.
Oregon.
So yes, I'm going now to blanch the green cabbage. So this is green cabbage. So I'm going to blanch it. So I will blanch it, and then I'm going to cool it down a bit. So I'm going to throw this water away and bring fresh water. So maybe I should bring a bigger plastic for the water. So I have here some fresh water. I'm going to So we are going to blanch now. Look inside. Wait, let me put a little bit light. So here is water, cooking water. So we are just going to blanch it for a few minutes, so the cabbage will become soft but not cooked. Not cooked, just a little bit of softness. So it takes maybe 90 seconds to about 2 minutes, and then we remove it from the heat. So this gives a softer, you know, just a crunchy, softer texture to the cabbage, but it's not cooked. It's just a prayer, because then we can use it to fold anything in or fill something in. You can be able to fold it. So we don't really count the time, but it's about a minute or so, or thereabout. But it has to steam also. So it has to start steaming also, because if it's not steaming, then the water is too cold. You can see that it's steaming. So we give it about 1 minute, and we can take it out of the heat. So immediately we take it out of the heat, we are going to cool it down in cold water to prevent it from decolorating. So we want to keep that green beautiful color in the cabbage. So we are not going to leave it warm, because when you leave it warm, the color can change to even dark brown. So we want to cool it down immediately to keep that fresh green color from the cabbage. So you see, when the cabbage, now you can use this as a sheet. You see it's soft, you can fold it to any, you know, any form you want, because it's soft now. So that is what we are really aiming at. We use it to fill. So now I'm going to remove the cabbage now, and I'm then going to cool them down in cold water. Okay, I'm going to cool them down now in cold water. So I have here with me some cold water. So I'm just going to drop the cabbage in, and then the temperature will immediately reduce. So it will be cold in a few minutes, and the cabbage is cold there. So the first mise en place is ready. So we are not cooking the cabbage, we are just giving it a little bit of touch. You see the cabbage is not now like a sheet, so you can use it, you can fill anything you want in this cabbage, and you can use it, you can still deep fry it, you can toast it on the pan, you can even use it as ravioli to fill in something, meat, fish, even vegetable. So that is how we do it. So it's easy, but it has to be done a little bit in advance. So then I will be be removing every water. You see the temperature is already cold, so you can then remove it from the water. Then I'm going to remove the excess water from the cabbage. So I'm using here the salad, spinach. So to remove the excess water, just take it easy. And then I will be transferring it to a container. So you can use this for a lot of purposes. So I'm going just to remove a little bit of the core here. Because this is too hard, so you can see it's a sheet. I'll be using it as a filling to fill something in. So here, when you have some excess water, I'm just going to putting it back to the pot here. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining Klavertje Vier Kitchen here with Chef Viviane. Let us know where you are watching us from. So I'm going to continue. Just a continual process. But we have different things here to show you today. How you can do something and prepare in advance, especially for this season. So I have 2 containers here. So you see, I already did this. I'm going to cover them. Now these are ready. So I put my ticket on. So you know what is here because we have a big fridge and we put everything in the fridge, so everything have to be labeled and everything have, so it's also easy not to keep your fridge too long open to search. So we put it the name and where ticket is, we label it. So it's also the rules here, but I think that's just a basic principle rule for everybody, even if you're at home.
Katerina is there. Hi.
Oh, hi, Katerina. Hi. How was your day, Katerina? Welcome. Thank you for coming once again. So I already prepared some mise en place. I'm busy with mise en place. So I just did some green cabbage here. So I already blanched the cabbage and in sheets. So I will be filling the cabbage. I will be using the cabbage as a wrap for a filling filling. So I'll be putting some filling here and closing it, and then I will then be baking it in the oven. So that is the main reason for this. So it's a kind of mise en place that I'm busy with here. So I hope you had a great day and a good I don't know, school day. So I'm going to continue because we have a lot to show here today. So I'm going to place this in the refrigerator while we continue the next process. So we have our refrigerator is filled. We are just busy with all the mise en place. So let me put this apart or away so that we can continue. So the next.
My day was good. I was at school and a birthday party for 3 boys and 1 girl in my class.
Oh, so much.
Yeah,
So much. Then you ate a lot of cake today, I think. Was there a lot of cake to eat then? If you have 4 people.
Birthday party for 3 boys and 1 girl.
Yeah, there's a lot of cake today, I think.
Today, yeah.
Yes, a lot of cake then. I'm so happy you had a nice day. I hope every day will be a birthday party here so we can also celebrate, but unfortunate it's not. Okay, so the next is we are going to peel the apples. So let me just put this aside so that we stop like disturbing. So I'm going to peel some apples.
Katarina say, I had 3 donuts and 2 pizza slices and my tummy hurts, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you are not used to eating a lot of... Oh, shit. My apples are also flying away here. Then I'm going to wash it first because it fell on the run. So, are you not used to eating maybe too much of a carbohydrate?
3 donuts and a
Yeah,
pizza.
3 donuts and pizza is a lot,
2
I
pizza.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. If you're not used to eating a lot of carbohydrate, it's a lot. It's also the same. Evan is not also a carbohydrate eater also. He eats few carbohydrate also. He also has the same. It's true. When you eat too much carbohydrate, you have pain in your stomach.
Yes. Katarina asked, how was your day?
My day was very, very great. Thank you for asking. Yes, it was very great. We went shopping for for all our ingredients for our what we went shopping the whole day. Normally, the Thursdays we always go shopping in the big shop for business people like us. So we go hours shopping really. After normally we sleep longer. Normally we sleep longer on Thursday till about 10 o'clock, and then around 11:30 we finish eating and we leave home around 12 o'clock. And then we spend how much? 6 7 hours sometimes outside doing everything. 5 hours shopping, and then we come back home. We remove everything from the car. From yes, it's a lot of things that we have to put inside. So we buy everything you can think, everything buyable. That is for the we buy eggs, oil, butter, everything that you can think. So we have a lot of shopping, and we come home, we eat, and then we start doing a little bit of preparation. But Thursday is one of those days that is a little bit a rest, stress, a little bit less stress a day for us. Not really working, but just putting everything together for the weekend.
Ah, do you have and calendars for Christmas? Your day sounds so busy. I could never.
Yeah, we always work. We always work here, especially this season. This season is always working season. Yeah, in January is a little bit less busy. Oh no, no,
Yes,
end of January.
yeah.
Yes. From end of January, then is a little bit
And of Valentine.
yes, and then Valentine, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost never it's almost never always busy here. Honestly, it's always busy. So I think yeah, after Valentine or so, yes.
Sure.
Yes, after February or so, is then a little bit also less busy again. Otherwise, it's always busy. Yes, it's always busy here. Honestly, it's too busy, really too busy. And what are you studying in school? So you see, I'm feeling. So I just keep peeling apples. So it's a very tender apple. The Jonas Gold Specie is this that I'm using. See?
Ah, Catherine say, today we didn't have much, which I am happy for, and we had English and writing.
Ah, okay. So which grade are you now in school and what are you studying for? I don't like maths. Don't like to calculate.
Yeah, I am.
No, I don't like maths. I don't. And even like maths, and I like it.
And Vandana is there. Hello, ma'am. He say, hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ah, yeah, hello.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, he say
What is,
hi.
yeah, hi. What is her name?
Vandana.
Vandana.
Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Katarina say, I am in the 7th grade and starting 8th grade next year.
Oh, that is so interesting. Yes. Congratulations. Wish you all the best in your study years. And I hope that you pass with flying colors. that everything you search for, that you have them, so that all your dreams come true. So I'm just going to, slice them also in little chunks. So apples, I think everyone loves apple. It's one of those very delicious,
Vandana say, I am from India.
Oh, welcome.
Yesterday.
Another Indian. Thank you so much for joining. I have so much Indian fans. Welcome.
And Puggy say, chef, any no egg recipe? Chef, any no egg? Is that it? Recept.
Yeah, any no egg recipe? Yes, there's a lot of egg recipe. Yeah. We have poach egg, that is poaching the egg. There's also, how do you call it? You also have mirror egg, which you just bake the egg on the pan until the white outer side of the egg is well cooked and the egg yolk is still running. So you can also make omelets. You can also do, what do you call it also? Quiche. So there is a lot of recipe for making eggs. Yes, you can use eggs for so much. I think eggs are one of those easy ingredients.
Puggy say, no egg, please.
No egg. Oh. Okay.
Any no egg recipe.
Any no egg.
No egg, please.
Recipe. Yes. We have a lot of no egg.
Yeah.
We have a lot of no egg recipe. You can check on our channel. We also have, what do you call it? Sorbet. We also make sorbet from apples without any egg. We make it without any egg. Check out our sorbet recipe. You will find it. Even what I'm making now has no eggs. So I'm just going to toast the how do you call it? The apples until it's soft, and then I will blend it. So we don't use eggs also for this recipe. It's not everything that we also use eggs, but of course you can use eggs for a lot of ingredients. So if you want, you can check on our channel. You will see certainly, and eat something that you can make without eggs. Just take your time, go and check them.
Puggy say blend and flambe.
Yes, you can also blend, you can also flambe, and it will be okay. So apples are also one of the ingredients, one of those things that people like, A lot of people like apples. That is why we always use apples for some, and especially apples are used here mostly in the winter also, because we have a lot of apples here in the winter.
Yeah, helemaal wel.
So I'm removing also the inside of the apples. You see? I'm just cutting them in little chunks. It doesn't, because I'm blending them, so it doesn't. We also have something here that our specialty, we call it a apple mousse. So all the children love it here in Belgium. So the apple mousse is basically just apples, cooking apples, and or just sauteing apples until they are soft enough, and then you blend them, and all the children love it so much. It's one of the fun, easy meal here for children, but even adults love it.
Apples to be cut julienne or raw with sugar, or can use a substitute.
Yes, you can also cook sliced apple in julienne. Yes, you can slice it. You know how to slice in julienne. This is how to slice in julienne. So there are different types of julienne. Look, so you can slice it small like this. So you see, I will slice it again in two. So you can also make it longer. So that is julienne. So you see, this is apple julienne. You see, you can slice it really small julienne as you want, or big julienne. So that is, yes, you can slice apple in julienne. You see it, you can also do it. So that is julienne. Is easy to do, and you can also make it longer julienne and make it even tiny than this. So yes, you can. And you can add a little bit of sugar to it, and it will be okay. So it also depends on what you want to use it for. Depends. And hello, and Katerina, are you still there? So
Perky say to blend with sugar or jaggery.
I always use sugar. If you don't have any problem with sugar, you can use sugar, but you can also use any sweetener also. You can also use any sweetener. You can also use honey. You can use honey also. And you can also use other substitute. Yes, you can use substitute. If you like stevia, you can also use. I think um I think apples is one of those fruits that you can really use substitute for, that you cannot easily taste substitute. If you use a substitute sweetener, you are not going to taste it easily. I think apple, for instance, like some fruits, when you add a substitute, or you use substitute of sugar, you can sometimes taste it that is not very good. But I think apples, for instance, I have used once, I think stevia, and I don't.
Suku.
Yes, soko also.
Suku.
Yeah, it's also not too bad. So you can really use a substitute.
I want to ask if you want to caramelize its sugar, it better. Wacht, I want to ask if you want to caramelize it sugar, it better.
No, sugar is not bitter. If it's bitter, then your sugar is burnt. So normally, when you caramelize, it's a little bit. It has a caramel taste.
Yeah.
Of course, you know it has changed entirely the flavor of your sugar. So it is different. So it changed the flavor of the sugar, but it should not be bitter. Immediately the caramel begin to taste bitter, that is to say that your sugar has been burnt. So your sugar should not be burnt. So you always have to check your caramel, keep an eye on your caramel. That is why you cannot, for instance, prepare a caramel and leave it and go out or go to somewhere. No, you have to stay there until the caramel is ready. And you take the caramel away from the fire just a little bit before it is totally, because after taking it out of the stove, it keeps burning.
She say to cook sugar before and then add the apple, or put apple and then add apple.
No, you have to, it depends on what you want to do. What do you want to do with the apples? So if you want to make, like for instance, tart tatin, so it's just to know what, because the caramel process is depending on what you want to do with the apples. So do you want to make an apple pie, or do you want to make an apple flambe, or do you want to make a tart tatin, which is a kind of an apple pie also? If you are making a tart tatin, which is a French classic here, using apples, then you have to make a caramel. That is the sugar apart, and then you have to peel your apples, and then you have to pour the caramel in a mold, or in a mold, and then you have to place the apples on the caramel. Then you don't put you don't prepare the apples first and then the caramel. No, you first prepare the caramel apart, Then you prepare the apples apart, then you pour the caramel into a mold, and then you lay the apples. For instance, let me say I'm using this for an apple tartare. I have to then pour my caramel in a mold, and then I place my apple like this, you know, place it. I cover every bit of the mold with my apples. Then you have to cover it then with a dough, with a puff dough, and then
For a pie consistency, should I cook the apple and the sugar after the apple or release the sugar inside it?
yes, you can also do that. You can also do that for a cook consistency, that is well, because sometimes it depends also on the apple. Like what I'm using now is Jonas Gold, which is a softer texture of apples. So if you are using a hard texture of apple, for instance, it is also better. I even do it also that way. I toast my apples a little bit in the pan, so to also release a little bit of the water or the juice from the apple, which help the tart not to be soggy, and then after, when you are putting your caramel on it, it will then not be too much water or liquid in the caramel. So that is also another good idea if you want it that way. And the other way, you can also, if you are just making an apple pie, you can also just like toast the apple also a little bit to give it color. So when, after giving the apple color, what you can do at the end, when your apple is being toasted, that is, for instance, let me say I peel these apples, I want to use it for apple pie, so I cut it like this way. So I'm going to toast the apple to give it color on the pan, on my pan a bit. So after toasting it, at the end of the toasting, I'm going to then use just sugar. Sometimes me, I use brown and white sugar. I mix the sugar together, then I spray the sugar on the apples. And what happened, it gives a little bit of beautiful caramel immediately to the apples. So after doing that, you will see that your apples will cook evenly, because your apples has already is like 30% already cooked.
She asked, do you cook and toast with the peel? If not, can I use the peel for something else?
Yes, yes, you can choose. Like now, why we always peel it also is because sometimes because of the pesticide and other things, but normally you should eat the peel of the apples. But if you don't want to eat the peel of the apple, I am really sure you can use the peel of the apple for something really delicious. That is, you can ferment the peel of the apples and use it and make a vinegar out of it. I don't know if you know apple cider vinegar. If you know apple cider vinegar, you can just put all this into a jug. You can put all this into a jug. Because of the sugar in the apples, it will begin to ferment, and you can make apple cider vinegar from your apple peels. But the other thing you can do again is you can also dry the apple peels, and then you can make a powder out of these apple peels, and you can also use it. And if you don't want, you can just cook your apple. You can just use the whole apple without
Ah,
even peeling.
she say, apple cider vinegar, I know, but I do not know how to make that at home.
It's not difficult.
Huh?
It's not difficult at all. You will find a lot of recipes to make apple cider vinegar, but if you want to make it, it's just the apples. You put the apples into a jug. So you always start with a mother. So the mother is, that is the already apple cider vinegar, or a vinegar mother already. So you just put all this jug in liquid, then you add a little bit of mother. That the mother will help to start the process of um fermentation until it becomes apple cider. So that means it takes maybe 4 to 8 weeks for the process to continue. You know, there is sugar in apples. So this sugar, the microorganism will eat all the sugar in the apple, and then it will convert the apples into vinegar. So it takes about at least 4 to 8 weeks, or even more. If you want your vinegar to be stronger, you can even leave it till 10 weeks. So you just find somewhere in your house, if you have a cool place in your house or in your cupboard, you can just do it. You add a little bit of mother. That is, a mother is a vinegar, also a part of a vinegar, just a little bit to start the process of, bringing the micro organism into converting, eating up your sugar in the apples. So you put it in a jug, you add a little bit of mother, and you add all your apples, rest or the peels or whatever in your apples, and you cover it. You put it somewhere in your house, you check it here and there once a while, you stir it and make sure everything is staying under water. And you have, after 8 weeks, 4 weeks, depending on how strong you want your vinegar to become, and then you have an apple cider vinegar. So it's not difficult at all to make. It's just a process that takes a little bit, a while to make. So if you have apple peels, you can use them for that purpose. You can also dry the apples and dry them and make powder out of them.
Katarina, we have to go. Wish I could stay longer, but it's getting late. Oh, yes.
Oh, Katarina, yes, once again, I can understand. The students' life, I hope in the holiday you can stay longer. But now, since it's school, wishing you best of luck in your school, and hope to see you soon again. Katarina, sleep well and have a wonderful night, and also a good time in school tomorrow. And it's Friday, so it will be a fun day for you. I'm sure that there will be no school on Saturday. Maybe if we have the opportunity, we see each other again. So, Katerina, see you soon. Ciao, and have a wonderful night. So I'm peeling it. You see, I already made a lot of peels here. And
Peggy say, thank you for making the video, and thanks to the chef for all the information.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you also for staying tuned. It's my pleasure doing it. I love doing what I'm doing, and because I like cooking. What?
Heb je nog eens staan?
No.
No.
So I love doing what I'm doing. Is asking if I have a vinegar. That is, yes, I have one, but it's like 100 meters from our house here, because we have a very big place from outside. So I have to move like 100 meters. Otherwise, I can show you the process of making the vinegar. But because of you, I will make a video of showing the process, how you can use all your recipe to make a apple cider vinegar. It's very, very useful. We use everything, almost everything, even if we are not using the apple peels. Now, you know what we use it also for? We decompose it, because we also have a garden at the back of our house. So we plant many things like our herbs, our tomatoes, and oregano, and all other flowers, eatable flowers, and all the other ingredients that we use in our garden. So we plant them ourselves. So doing that, we need fertilizer, we need manure, food for the soil. So we never throw anything here away. So we give them back to our soil, and the soil, it decomposes in the soil, and we use it as manure for the other year again, to provide food for our garden. So that is why it's always recycling here. There is nothing thrown away here.
Peggy say, thank you, chef. You feel like my mom. I love your videos.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you like what I'm doing here, and thank you for the support, for coming to watch me. It is my pleasure standing before you, and you are very free to ask any question. If you have one, and I will be here to guide you and to show you step by step how we do it. So you see, now I have peeled the apples. Now they are ready, so I'm just going to put them aside because it is the aim that I just do a little bit of the mise en place. Now I will not be doing anything. I will be cooking the apples later, and I will be using the apples also later to make the meal. So I'm going to continue the next. So the next I have here my red pepper, that is, I call it the bell pepper. Is very also beautiful and very delicious, but this we use it mostly for decoration. So I'm going to make a red pepper oil. So this I'm just going to remove the core, also the inside part of the pepper. So because I want the oil to be very red, so I don't want any color, any white color in the pepper. So I'm going to remove everything. So I'm just making the oil, and this oil you can use it to add to your soup. You can use it to add to your plate, just to give it a beautiful decoration. So that is, it's eatable. Then we are not using anything chemical in our food. So when we are doing this, it's not chemical. So we don't want to eat chemical. We only want to eat things that are made, our food. So it's so simple as that. It's not difficult. So I'm just removing. You can use a small knife, you can use a big knife, but a small knife is very easy for this process. So what I'm doing is I'm removing mostly everything that looks a little bit whitish, so everything stay red.
Pucky, like a flower, she said.
Yes.
Like a flower.
Yes, but it's pepper. But it's not hot pepper, it's not warm. It is just a pepper, and especially when you remove all the seed, it's not, it's not warm anymore. So you remove it. So I'm removing everything that is, that looks like white, so that the color will be, will be red. So I'm removing the seed, because the seed is also a little bit bitter. So like this, I will take it from this side and just remove it this way, like this. You see, and then we remove all the seeds.
Using the paring knife can help to carve out all the seeds and the unwanted stuff.
Yes, indeed. So I'm removing everything that is white, like this. Now normally I should not remove it, but I don't want, I want a beautiful color for the oil, beautiful red color. So that is why I'm just removing a bit of that. So now I'm just going to dice it. For dicing, I'm using here my small knife and my big knife, which will be easier to dice.
Can use the you wanted stuff for the stock.
What?
Can use the unwanted stuff for the stock. For the stock.
Yeah, I don't understand what you mean.
Kun je dat gebruiken?
Yes, you can also use
for the stock.
Yeah, you can. Oh, yes, for the stock. Yeah, for stock. Yes, you can use the unwanted for a stock. Yes, like for vegetable stock, or also, yes, indeed, yes, you can use it for stock. Yes, I understand what you mean, for stock, for bouillon. That is, yes, you can use it for stock. You can add it to even your soup. You can make a soup out of it also. Instead of throwing it away, you can use everything from your vegetable. You can throw it into your soup and you can use it for soup. Yes, indeed, you can. So you see, you can just dice them and dicing them into a small pieces like this. Then I'm just going to saute them. I want to cook them until they are soft before I blend them into the oil to give that reddish color to the oil. So I'm taking you now to the stove. Let me raise my hand a bit. Now I'll be taking you to the stove. Be bringing, okay, I have this some oil. So we are going to cook it a little bit here. Let me just put this aside. So I'll be using some olive oil. I'm just using a little bit of olive oil. Maybe I will still add more. So we are adding it.
Pucky. How long can you freeze a cooked blend down stock for? Especially vegetarian stock for, like a stock cube.
How long? It depends on how concentrated it is. If it's not very well concentrated, it will be spoiled. But if you concentrate it, if you make a stock, a vegetarian stock, you can concentrate it until 10%. That is to say, if you make a stock of 10 liters, you can reduce it to 1 liter by, we call it reduciering. Reduciering is a process of cooking something in a very low heat until that is not too fast to cook, until every water is left, it's almost gone. So you can even reduce it to 95%. So if you can reduce your bouillon from 10% to 1%, you can even save it for months. That means you can even save it up to 6 months. There will be nothing coming to that bouillon. You just put it in a pot and you keep it in your refrigerator.
Will it be like a sauce then?
Yes, it will be like sauce, but it will be like, yes, it will be then like a bouillon. That is, it will be like a stock, concentrated stock. If you can always find them also in the shop. So it will be like a concentrated stock. You can just place them in your fridge and you can keep them for months. They will not spoil. But you have to really reduce them. You have to make a lot of reduction to have that. So yeah, I have here. So I'm just going to allow it to cook on a very low heat. So I will be coming to stir it a little by little. So I'm just like, letting it very, 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 very low. So I'm leaving it there. I'm going to continue. So I have here still some bell peppers, which I'm going to peel. So this one now, I'm removing the back of the pepper because I'm going to use this as a meal also. So most of the time when you give peppers with the skin, some people cannot tolerate the back of the pepper. So that is why I always remove it with the peeler, and it helps in the process of digestion. That is just the reason why I'm doing it. So sometimes I cannot remove everything, but I just remove a bit of the pepper. So I remove a bit of it. So I will be going later also.
She asked, can I keep chocolate sauce for the same time? I kept it in my tray, but it's still sticky. Should I remove and cook it more? Can I keep chocolate sauce for the same time? I kept it in my tray, but it's still sticky. Should I remove and cook it more?
Okay, it depends on the chocolate sauce. Did you add how do you call it? Do you add water, milk, and what did you add to the chocolate sauce? And how did you make the chocolate sauce first and foremost? How was it made? It depends on how the chocolate sauce is made. So if you make it with more water and butter and whatever, then you have to place it in the refrigerator, otherwise it will be spoiled. And if you just make the chocolate sauce,
So just melted the chocolate bar.
and then oh no, then it will be sticky indeed. Because why? Chocolate is hard in nature. So when chocolate is colder than 38 degrees, it becomes hard. So you can, if you want to make a sauce of a chocolate, then you have to add something to the chocolate to keep it flowing. So you need to add something liquid, or any form of liquid, butter, milk, water. You can even use water, so you are not even obliged to add milk. So you can use butter, milk, water, and whatever. You can add it to your chocolate. So it depends. And if you want to keep the chocolate always flowing, you have to certainly add butter to it, or you add liquid to it. Let me use it that way.
And added the Horlicks powder.
Horlicks
And added the Horlicks powder.
Yes.
Powder.
Okay, but if you want to make sauce, you really need to add something liquid to it, and also butter to it. So that is just the main how you should do it. So if you don't add liquid to it, it will be sticky again, because after 38 degrees it will become hard again. So that is that is what it is. So you can also add water, you can add what do you call it? You can add milk, you can add butter to it, and it will be okay. So I'm going to stir a little bit again in the, so because we don't want it to be decolor to be decolored. We want to keep the color.
The Horlicks powder. She say that's the kids powder, like for kids the milk mix.
Ah, the milk, yeah. Is it vegan powder also maybe?
I think the Horlicks powder, and added the Horlicks powder. That's the kids powder, like for
milk
kids
mix.
the
Yeah.
milk mix.
Yeah. Okay. And is it the powder? Then do you add water also to it, or do you add any liquid to it? What do you add to it then?
Kids powder. Is that for chocolate?
Yes, a kind of chocolate. That is what a kind of milk. That is what she's speaking about. That is what she's speaking about. It's a kind of milk. So it's a kind of milk. So it depends also, but if you want to make a chocolate sauce that is flowing, you have to, you have to add liquid to it to keep it flowing. You have to add liquid to it. So that is just it. If you want to make a beautiful chocolate sauce, you also have to keep liquid to. If you want, I will make a video and show you how you can make a beautiful chocolate sauce.
I didn't mix anything to it, just water. It was supposed to be mixed with milk. I thought every day I'll mix one cude to the milk. Cude to the milk.
Cube and milk, no.
Cude to the milk.
Yeah, you need to add. You need to add. It's not difficult, but even if you have to warm it up also a little. I know where you are going. Maybe you didn't warm it up. So if you want to use it, you have to warm it up a little bit above 40 degrees. So then everything will come together again and look very glossy. So maybe you didn't warm it up. Maybe you kept it in the fridge, and then it begin to look like sticky and not glossy enough. So you want it to come back to that glossy color that you want. You have to warm it up above 40 to 45 degrees. Then everything will melt again because chocolate begins to melt from 38 degrees. So from 45 degrees, you will have a beautiful melted chocolate and the sauce will be beautiful again. So make sure you warm it up again if you want to reuse it. So that is how chocolate works. So I'm going to add this to the lens there because I think I'll be needing it then. I'll be back. So it should not be colored. It should not be colored. You see, it's a little bit, but you have to keep stirring it. So if you want, I will make a chocolate sauce for you and I will show you how it's made.
Okay, should I take it out from the trays and melt it down and then mix with milk and then freeze again?
No, it is better that you don't freeze. It's better that you don't freeze chocolate sauce because if you freeze it, then it will not be, it will start having a little bit of, it will be splitted. So it's better you don't freeze chocolate sauce. Chocolate is only meant to be freeze when you add a little bit of like milk or heavy cream to it. If you want to freeze it, you have to add heavy cream to it. So, and you have to add maybe, yes, if you are vegan, you cannot add gelatin. We also have plant gelatin. Maybe you can add it to it and add some heavy cream to it, and then it will be okay to freeze. But otherwise, you cannot freeze chocolate sauce with just a powdered milk or so. You will certainly have some like rough, as if it is a little bit of roughage inside your sauce. So that is why it is very difficult to freeze chocolate. If you want to freeze it, you have to add something to it.
She asked, full cream milk will work?
Yes, full cream milk will work. Certainly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So what you are adding a body to it, that is what we call it. You add body to it to give it a beautiful gloss and consistency. Because going to the freezer, it will split. It splits. It just separates the fat content is separated when you put it in the freezer. So that is the main reason why when you are adding something to the freezer, you have to add body to it. So like when you are making like sometimes you are making some vegetable, or you are making something like, let me say, a foam or a mousse or so, you always have to add a body to it to give it the beautiful consistency. I'm going to lower again my stove. I'm going to lower it because it should not be, there should be no color in it. So just lower it, then we can continue. So I'm like making here some also really diced small so I'm just like making here some ball, you see, just
Puggy say, thank you. One more question. Making pizza in an OTG, home small over very small one.
Yeah.
Should I use fresh, non-cooked tomato sauce or cook it?
Cook it.
En
Yes.
dan eronder zet je
Yes.
oven.
Cook it.
En dan oven.
Yeah, cook it. You have to cook the tomatoes. You have to cook the tomatoes first to a little bit thicker consistency. If the tomatoes is not cooked, you will have liquid in your pizza. So your tomatoes have to be cooked down. So when you have a tomato, for instance, tomato juice, or otherwise, if you don't want to cook a tomato, you can also buy a tomatoes that's already prepared, that is half prepared. Not fresh tomatoes, but you can add fresh tomatoes, but you will have liquid certainly in your
Pizza.
pizza. Okay, if you have a small oven, let me tell you how you can also make a beautiful or better pizza. Make sure if you have a tray, put the tray in your oven and let the oven warm up with that tray. So you prepare your pizza, you prepare everything.
It's a grill oven. Usually place say use fresh and crushed ones.
Yes, okay. So do you how high can the grill
Grill
oven go? How high?
Degree.
Yes, what is the degree? How many temperature can you achieve with the
Maximum.
maximum with the grill oven?
Yeah.
I'll be back. I'm coming.
Yeah. Like a pizza stone, she say.
Yeah.
Uh,
So how many degrees?
400, 400.
Okay,
Ja, dat is goed,
so
hè?
that is a perfect temperature for
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah.
That is a perfect temperature for pizza. And do you have a stone in the grill? Do you have a stone?
Ja, she asked like a pizza stone. Ask met een vraagteken.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a pizza stone? Do you have a pizza stone? If you have a pizza stone, then it's perfect. When you have a pizza stone, you just have to warm your oven.
I have a tray.
A tray. Okay. If you don't have a pizza stone, then you have to place the tray in the oven. But you have to make sure that you have a tray that can stand the temperature, because that is one of the problem also with the tray that you have at home.
Yeah.
If you have just an ordinary tray, it cannot stand more than maybe 230 or 240 degrees. So that is why if you want to make a very good oven, a very good pizza, you need a pizza stone. But pizza stone is not expensive, so you can get them for $40-50. If you want to buy something, a house pizza stone is not expensive. I'll advise you, if you want, you can buy one to put, then you put it into the grill oven, then you allow it to warm up with the grill oven, then it becomes very hot. So then you put your pizza there, it will be ready in 2 minutes or less than 2 minutes, sometimes maybe. Okay, so here I go. Here you can see the pizza oven is very hot, the pizza oven. So with the stone. So this is a stone. So when you place it there in the stone, in a few minutes, like 2 minutes to 1:30 seconds, that is like 90 seconds, you have that very beautiful floppy pizza. So you need very high temperature.
The tray came with the oven. I do want to buy one, but the dimensions are the problem.
The dimension are the problem. Yes, you can also search online. So you can search online. If you tell me the
measures.
If you tell me the dimension of the oven, yes, I can tell you. Yes, which if you tell me the dimension of the oven, I can tell you which stone to buy or which tray to buy. Like you see, every tray has its size. You see, like what we have here is 40. That is what we have here for this oven particularly. But the ovens have always different sizes, so it depends. If you tell me which oven you are using and which sizes of oven, I can tell you which tray to buy and how to search for it, because you have to know it also how it works. So you have to know the measurement. So if you know the measurement, you can always search for the tray. So I'm like, so when you tell us where the measurement, then we can tell you how you can find it. So you can always bake a delicious, because when you have a grill oven, you can make delicious, how do you call it, pizza.
Ja. Moet je niet vragen wat dat ze leeft?
What?
Wat dat ze woont?
What does it say?
Waar ze woont, ja.
Okay. Where are you living?
Ah, I found out the size. Any tips about the dough? Do I always need the polish?
No, you don't always need the polish. But the polish is like a little bit of fermented. It's fermented. You know that when you make the polish a day before, and then you mix it the next day after normally 28 hours, and maybe let me say 24 hours to make the polish. But you don't always need a polish. Yes, it is the professional, let me say, the professional way that the Italians make their pizza dough, using the polish. But I make sometimes here pizza dough without polish, and it's still okay. So you don't really need the polish. I will tell you for good, you don't really need it. It depends. If you really like the fermented, because you know when you start the pizza dough with the polish, you know that it is like fermented dough, because for 28 to 24 hours, your dough, the yeast begin to ferment a bit, and that you test in the pizza. So if you like fermented dough, yes, you can still go for the polish. But if you don't like fermented dough and you say, okay, I just want to make a quick pizza, you don't need it. So that is my own. I'm not saying that is the right way, but that is what I feel, because I have made a lot of delicious pizza even without using polish, and it was good and everyone loved it.
Ah, Puggy, she is hello from India. I love to cook and I run a home kitchen during the COVID times and served a lot of people. I'm a musician.
Oh, welcome, Peggy, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you all the way from India. Thank you for joining us. Yes, we are here, food lovers also. We make delicious meals, and we also teach people who want to cook in the comfort of their own home using simple ingredients that you can find around you. Doesn't always have to be difficult, but yes, cooking always need technique, a little bit of knowledge, basic knowledge, and then you can do a lot of other things by experimenting with new flavors and everything around it. So thank you for joining us. So I'm like, you see, I have sliced the peppers. I'm going to place them in the refrigerator, and then I will continue showing you the next. So I can't find the, okay, I found it.
Yeah. The temperature is warm here for fermentation for room temperature.
Okay, yes. The temperature is warm, yes.
It's warm here in India,
yes, in India,
for
yes.
fermentation for room temperature.
For room temperature. And you don't have any place cold in the ground. Like 30, like, yes. It should be around, let me say 20 degrees, 25 degrees in the ground. Maximum. Yes, except in the ground. Yes, I can understand that fermentation is but if your temperature is very warm, then you can ferment faster. So your fermentation is shorter than the fermentation here. Like for instance, if I want to ferment a vegetable here, it takes 4 to 5 days to have a good fermentation. But like in African and in Indian that is very hot, then it takes 2 days and sometimes shorter to ferment. You can still ferment, but your fermentation process is shorter than the fermentation in Europe, for instance. But make sure the only thing you have to be careful when you are fermenting is that everything has to stay under water. So when everything is underwater, is sealed, there is no oxygen going into the vegetable or what you are fermenting, will still work. The only difference is that the fermentation process is shorter than the fermentation process in a cold land like Belgium, here where we are living. So here we have also some leeks, and then just going to remove some of the cloth. Do you know leeks?
So no contact with the outer atmosphere.
No contact. No contact with the atmosphere. No contact. And make sure you add salt to the fermentation, to the liquid. So you need 2% of 2% of salt in every liquid of fermentation to have the correct. You can go a little bit lower, but you don't want to go too low. So you need 2%. So if you are using 200 liquid or so, no, you need white. If you are using 2 liter, in 2 liter you need 20 grams of salt. Is 2% certainly of no?
2%, 2 op 100 is 20 op 1000 op liter. Op liter.
Yeah, a liter of liquid, you need 20 gram of salt. But you can go a little lower, maybe 18 grams is not a problem, but don't make sure not too low, so that the fermentation will be okay. But you can certainly ferment even in Africa, because we ferment also in Africa too.
She asked, do I need a measuring scale for that?
Yes,
help.
Yes, you need a measuring scale for that. Otherwise, you can also use a teaspoon for that. So a teaspoon, I think, is 10 grams for a teaspoon. So let me measure it to check it, so that I can tell you.
Yeah.
So I have here a teaspoon, so I can show you. So you can see. So I have here a small meter. There is a precise meter. No, I'm going to bring a teaspoon, because this is a small spoon. Most people don't use it. So I think a teaspoon like this, you see, we will see what it is, how much it is. So how many do you have?
10 gram.
10 grams.
10 gram, yeah.
So this teaspoon, the teaspoon is normally 10 grams. So when you are using 2 of this teaspoon, is 20 grams. So you can use your teaspoon also for the measurement, but you know how it is. You can see it with, I'll place it here. Wait, I put it here so that you see how it looks like. So you see, that is how it looks like, just a full teaspoon. So that is 10 grams. You see, it is 10 grams. So you can also use this as a measurement. So you use 2 of these, or you just use this, depending on the liquid, how many you want to make. That is 10 grams. So that you can also use as a measurement. So before, people didn't have all the measurement that you have now. So it's always not always everybody have all the tools at home. So you can also use a guide, like a spoon for a guide. So if you have another kind of spoon, is 20 grams. I know about that. So I use it also when I'm measuring sugar, for instance. So I'm removing just here. So So here I already have a lot of compost, you can see. So now we want to, this is leek. So I'm like slicing the leeks.
Peggy say, okay, thank you.
Okay, you are welcome. You are welcome.
Peggy say, I'm sorry, it is cold out there. Dat is hier, hè.
Yes, it's really cold
Het is
here.
achteraan, zeg.
Yes. Can you check the temperature?
Zo.
It's cold here. Yes, indeed.
Zo. Ja, normaal is het nu 13.
Oh, it's 13 degrees here.
Nu,
He
hè.
said it's 13 degrees
Nu,
here, he said.
ja, maar vannacht
So, but it will be colder maybe in the night.
in de night, ja.
But now it's 13 degrees.
Yeah.
So I'm just like slicing. It's a little bit of, yeah, a round. You can call it like julienne of dice. So I just slice the leek in two. So that is easy to saute the leek, you know.
And Arun, say hi to you.
Hello Arun, welcome. Thank you for joining us here in Klavertje Vier kitchen. My name is Chef Viviane, and welcome you to this platform. Where are you watching us from? Let us know in the comments.
Puggy say it's 9 degrees here now in India.
9 degrees.
Yeah.
It's not so warm there now.
No.
Then it's not so warm.
No. Mm-hmm.
So
No,
it
no.
is even, is it colder than here or almost?
Ja, het is colder, ja. Want het is
It's
hier 13.
colder.
Ja.
I didn't know. Yeah, then it's good. Then it's the right time to come to India. And the temperature will be better there, because we are here we are getting to the deep winter certainly.
Yeah.
So we are getting to the deep winter now. So I'm going to remove this a bit. Welcome everyone. You are all welcome.
Puggy say, ja. During the day it gets to 24, 24, eh? And
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
But nights it's really cold.
It's so strange.
Ja.
Yes, it's really strange.
Maar hier komt het, maar vannacht is het maar 8 graden, hè.
Here is also a little bit colder.
Ja, 8 graden.
At 8 degrees.
At night, yeah.
8 degrees at night.
Yeah.
Here. So it's not that it's too cold for the winter. Normally it should be colder than that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets to even maybe 0 degrees or 1 degrees or so. But like now we have a soft winter, let me call it that way. So it's not too cold now. We are lucky. Maybe I think when we are getting to January or so, it will be colder. To be colder, to be maybe up to minus always. So, but now we are enjoying just the soft winter now.
Puggy say, what's your restaurant name and location?
Oh, it's called Klavertje Vier. That is 4-leaf clover. But I will spell it for you. If you have a paper and a pen, I will spell it for you. So it's Klavertje that's J-E, then that is space, then you have V-E and V-I-E-R. So you will see that is the name of the channel. So just go to the channel. Just go to the channel and you will see the name. So when you see the name of the channel, maybe it's translated in English for you, try to translate it to Dutch. Then you find the channel, then our address. We are living in Belgium and we are living in Cuisine. That is a small city in Cuisine. That is K-U-U-R-N-E.
What? Wait. Oh no, she say, I got lost. You will have to spell it out. Yes.
Okay, I will spell it out.
Yeah.
Okay, it's Klavertje. That is Klavertje. Then it's space. Then you have Vier. So that is how it is spelled. So if you cannot spell it, you can just go to the channel banner. That is the name. The channel is the name of the
Ik
restaurant.
zou het kunnen tonen op mijn scherm, hè. Klavertje
Yes.
Vier.
Otherwise, you can show it. Wait, he will write it for you, and he will show you.
Klavertje Vier, hè.
Yes.
Kijk.
So he will show you how it is called. So you can also write the address.
Kijk, it's there. Klavertje Vier.
Yeah. You can also type the address.
En
For
het
her.
adres, ja,
Yes.
was het Klavertje
He will
4.
type the address.
Rijerstraat 15. Cuisine. Voilà.
So
I show you the whole address, hè. Wacht, hè. Want
So
zit er
he-
veel licht in.
Yeah.
Wacht, hè. Ja, she can see now. Dus Klavertje 4, Leijenstraat 15, Cuisine. Moet ik eens zeggen in het Engels.
Yes, he will see it. You can see the address.
Ah.
You can take
Ze hadden een screenshot van.
Yes.
Cuisine. Ja. Het is Belgium, moet je zeggen.
So it is Belgium.
Ik had dat niet geschreven. Hm?
So she will know. She know Belgium.
Ja, voilà.
So we keep. So you can find it. You can find us on Google, and you can search about us. He will know. So I'm filling the lid. So then I will clean all the table, and then I can make the oil. It's now soft, and we can make the oil. So this is ready, and we are going to clean our table, our workspace. Now I'm going to bring this to the bin. So we are finished here with all. Put this aside. Oh no, we have not finished. We are still going to clean first the fermented garlic. So let's clean the workspace first. Then put the eggs aside. So we're cleaning the table so that we can continue. Okay. Okay, now we have another form. This is fermented garlic. So this is a fermented garlic. So you see, it has been fermented for how long? I think 2 months and a half. So this is also a very delicious ingredient. It takes a little bit of time. You have to wait, but it's easy. You know, it's easy to make. So you ferment it. That is garlic. You ferment it, and after fermentation process, you just remove the garlic and you hang it. You hang the garlic somewhere and you let it dry. So all the liquid dry from it, and you see, you can just leave it outside now. It will never get spoiled. You see? So this is fermented garlic. I will use it here also for some of our shrimps meal. So it's so delicious. So I like peeling them now. I'm preparing them also for service.
And the taste?
What?
The taste is different.
And the taste is different, yes, indeed. So the cameraman is shifting some thoughts. Yes, the taste is different. It's taste sweet. So it's different from the garlic that the fresh garlic. You can just eat this without any problem. You don't have any irritation in your stomach when you are eating it. It's very mild to the stomach also. So this is I love it. They are one of my favorite ingredient to add to certainly to my dishes. So I also add it to my soup and a lot more. So I like fermented garlic. They are so delicious. It takes a little bit of time to prepare, but they are so good. So thank you everyone that stays by us here, and there is part of this episode today. We are so glad that you guys are here. Thank you for the support and for staying tuned to this live, and to watch me do what I love the most. For us, cooking is passion, and it's what we do here all day long. Just sharing our passion and our knowledge with you guys. So you are free to ask any question that you want to ask us, and we are also interested in you, and we'll be answering every question. So I'm like, they are not difficult to peel, they are soft, but it's so unique. The fermented garlic, you can keep it as long as you want, and it tastes sweet. It is like a sweet, let me say, it's like sweet now. Tastes really sweet. So but the only yeah, you know, you cannot cook garlic in a very high temperature anymore. So you just toast it a little bit. You can even just add it to your meal after cooking. So you can add it, or you can just add it last before your meal is ready. Like me, I used to add it to my soup, my sauce, and everything. You can add it also to your shake, shake. If you drink shake in the morning, for instance, you can add it to it also, because I always also drink my shake in the morning, protein shake. You can add a little bit of the fermented garlic to it, and it's so delicious. So delicious. So are you guys still there? Everywhere is quiet. Eh? Not hearing from you guys anymore. So try check out what we do. We have delicious meals. We also make every meal. We also make vegan meal. We also make vegetarian meals. So we make a lot of meals. It's not always meat or fish. So we make meals for everyone. So I'm just going to use my knife to chop it. So I save myself all those work. So my plank will become black, but don't worry, we are going to wash it later. So after which I'm going to remove my gloves and put on a new glove, because it's already black gloves now. So it is just so. So we are going to blend this. I'm going to cover it with some oil. Then it's ready then for service. Okay, we already blended. We don't need to do more anymore. So we're just going to transfer it into a pot. You see, it's fermented garlic. So now we are just going to cover the garlic with some oil. That is all what we are going to do. So it can stay in the oil there until when we need it. So we take it, scoop it out with the spoon, and it's ready to use. So we close it and we bring it to our closet. So I'm going to remove my gloves now to the dustbin. So that is the fermented garlic. We ferment it for about 2 months and a half, just ordinary garlic, until it becomes so dark. So I hope you guys enjoy something today, and thank you all for staying tuned, because we still have a lot to do, but we just want to tidy up our environment a bit, and also maybe go and rest a little bit so that we can stand up again and start our service again. So thank you. And what is her name now?
Peggy.
Peggy. Peggy.
Peggy.
Peggy. Thank you so much, Peggy, for all your questions and all your engagement. Thank you for being with us, and I hope to see you soon again in the future in another episode. And we'll be so glad to meet you guys again and answer all your questions one by one. And we hope to see you again soon. So here with Chef Viviane from our little kitchen here in Cuisine, in the province of West Flanders, from our little country of Belgium. We are just saying salut and see you in the next live episode. And thank you once again for joining us.
And Piep Piep say greetings from Poland.
Okay, greetings also from Belgium. Thank you so much. And we are signing up for now and coming soon, very, very soon, in the days ahead. So happy and a compliment of the season in advance. So bye for now. Ciao everyone. Bye bye. See you. Bye.